Tonight in Spartanburg, the sheriff's office needs your help finding out what happened to a possible stabbing victim. A 42-year-old Navarda Davis died after driving to the Spartanburg Regional Medical Center yesterday afternoon. They say he was already injured when he arrived, and right now it's unclear where he was stabbed or what led up to the stabbing. But if you have any information, you're asked to call the sheriff's office. Now we're following up on two more stories out of Spartanburg tonight. The first, deputies say they're investigating after a man was shot inside a car. And the victim told deputies that he was in the passenger side of the car driving down East Blackstock Road Friday when a bullet came through the car and hit him in the neck. The sheriff's office says that the victim was taken to the hospital for their injuries, and so far it's unclear where the shooting stemmed from. Also in Spartanburg, an armed robbery suspect is still on the run. Deputies were called to the Ennery Mart on Highway 92 on Friday. They say that the clerk told them someone came into the store demanding money, and deputies used K9 units to track down the suspect. However, they believe he took off in a car. So be sure to follow us for more details on this as well.